Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is part 2. I broke it up because some of you all might. I had a nice little intro about how you're dealing with manifestation into union and some things that I got from Sadhguru, his principles, and I thought that that could be applied into this. So this time I did it a little different. So we're going now. This part is going into the actual forecast for this. For this weekend, which will be the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Okay, so next week we'll have a new year. Hopefully, I've got something planned very special for us getting into the new year. So we'll see, fingers crossed, that that does kind of come into fruition with that. So I'm going to go right on in with it. So it kind of pretty much told me what my route is. So I have some new cards. I told you I had ordered some cards that's called What's Your Word, My Intent. And so I will be using that today. They're small cards again. This is the more traveling. I'm thinking I'm becoming a little fairy here, while everything I'm ordering is super, super small here lately. I forgot, speaking of these super small cards, where them these other cards I got here. Need to bring them out too. These are super. I thought they were small. This is smaller. I got my glasses on so I can really see what's going on today. And I don't have my pin curls. I'm out for a little bit. I figure I can't start the weekend looking like having all that. So I'm gonna use these. So I'm gonna use the little itty bitty witty. I spell itty bitty titty committee, but itty bitty cards today. So now let's start off with, let's bring this back just a little bit. Okay, clear. All right, so now let's look at what is the overarching energy and theme for the divine masculine. Let's start off with you, because I always do the feminine for this weekend. And what is the overarching, you got a lot. And what's the overarching theme for the divine feminine this weekend? Oh, she getting like the, man, we swapping energies. It's like I ain't got that much to say. Okay, so unconditional love is the overarching theme. So it seems like to be, we're watching nurturing, really of your emotions, where that's coming from. It could be also a mother figure or the divine feminine as well, or it could be mother of your children or baby mama, some kind of way you kind of expressing that. But we're gonna go over the overarching theme is unconditional love, how you're nurturing your emotions, how you're dealing and revering the feminines in your life. We got shadow self here, not in reverse, everything's the way it is. We have shadow self aspect. So you got some good, the bad, and the ugly. And going back to, if you watch my other videos, Sadhguru, what Sadhguru said about that is that there is no good, no bad. It just is. We just have moments of. All of us have that. Nobody's purely good, nobody's purely bad. So those are the things that we have to learn how to kind of measure ourselves by and kind of get some mastery over. So we're going to see some shadow aspect kind of pop up, divine masculine, this weekend, and we're going to kind of learn how to become relaxed with it. And I see this in Cage, and how to really master how to get control of that shadow self. So it's going to rear its head this weekend. And unity, and this is good that this is all coming together. So we got something that's going to really help us to really express the Christ-like, really help us to get that mastery of our shadow self, and really practice how to do unconditional love this weekend as divine masculine. Something is having transcendence, something is happening behind the scenes. Things are not the way they seem, and so I want to say maybe some kind of way there is some divine intervention or some kind of spiritual higher self, higher power that's at play this weekend for you. We'll get some more in depth when I get into the cards as well. God of protection. So divine feminine this weekend, you've got to come. I told you about that warrior esque thing, and it seems like it's kind of continuing on with that thing with the drawbridge and going over to the other side and dealing with the divine master, especially if he's dealing with the shadow self and whatever kind of things it's dealing with too. You've got to become very protective of what's going on. So you might be feeling that you might have to start kind of protecting what things that you have started, become as far as in this journey. It's like, you know, I'm not going to lose ground. I'm going to be solid, have my feet placed on the ground. And so we're going to look into this to see what is that. I'm going to ask the cards, and they put it in there and told me, what is the clear? What is the event that's going to happen this thing? I'm going to say, give me 3, because you got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So give me 3. Whoa, that's over 3. This was 3 here. Okay, I'm going to put you to the side because that might mean something. You gave me what I asked for. And for the divine feminine, what are the 3 main events? Maybe that might be you because you did come down. Give me 2 more cards, please. This is out. And give me 1 more card. This is 1 and 3. This is 3. Okay, I'm going to put you to the side. Some tell me you might be something used there. You didn't quite come out when I did. I pulled you, but I don't know what that's about. You did give me 3. You did exactly what I asked for. Okay, so now. Could be overarching theme, something. Could be under. So let's do that under theme. Okay, so now. This weekend, Divine Masculine, you have to deal with a generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you offer, the Midas touch. So this weekend, one event that you're going to have, could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter, is that somebody's going to present you with this opportunity. And it's going to really make you feel good because you're going to really feel like, oh my God, things is coming together. Professionally, this could be some job opportunity. You're feeling very generous. Things are coming together. And through this opportunity that you're getting, you got the Midas touch, which is really making you feel like things are really coming up in the world. I mean, because beforehand, it was a lot of like, woe is me. Oh my God, ain't nothing coming together for me. It's always something bad. You know, I'm on this journey. Is this journey ever gonna break away? Or, I'm really seeing somewhere over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? What's going on here? Again, with the Midas touch, now you gotta watch this because this is Earth. So this is really becoming more grounded into, that's funny, you got 3 energies ruling this weekend. You got the Earth, which is the material, you got water, which is emotion, and you got fire, which is action. With this, you got to be careful because sometimes this can be you kind of really into your 3D self. So the ego can pop up, especially you say, oh my God, this is new power. I ain't never felt like this. Things is coming together. Ego can kind of come on out. I told you all the story. If you are my long-term subscribers or you new, you know the story of the Midas touch. The Midas touch is, long story short, he was greedy. He wanted everything to be to gold. One day he turned around and turned his daughter to gold. He didn't mean to. The man who magically gave him the gift, he ran to him, say, please, I didn't mean to. Can you turn everything back? The magical man said, oh my God, oh, you don't want it? That's what you asked for. And he's like, no. He had buyer's remorse. So he was like, no, I don't want that. So he said, okay, what you got to do is go dip into the water. I know it ain't nobody, but I don't know who you are. It could be you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling another presence in here. I'm trying to figure out who it is and what it is. And so at the same time, he told him, go to the water. And when you go to the water, he's going to get rid of that golden touch. And he touched his daughter. Everything else turned back to normal. Same thing like I'm saying about that. You got to watch it, because sometimes with that ego, you come from that ego kind of sense of doing things. And then you might find yourself snapping off or being egotistic or being in your ego sense of mind. And then you do it to the wrong person. You know, overplayed too much. Telling jokes or some kind of way. And you didn't, in your way, you didn't offended somebody. Somebody that you really care for, or that, or you in and say, "Ooh, really, I ain't got no time. I'm trying to get these things together for my job, the divine feminine cause, or whatever like that." And you like, "I ain't got time." You know, you kind of short on the phone, but you really saying, "Well, I'm paying attention to me trying to get these things together because this job wants me to have X, Y, and Z together for the interview or whatever it is." And then, you find yourself, you cutting her off, and you say, "Okay, all right, I got what you're saying. I'll talk to you later, bye." And she like, "Huh?" So, you just kind of watch it. Some of it's not intentionally, but it is because you got this newfound power, okay, into that realm. Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So this weekend presents you with some options, okay. You might be seeing some new opportunities that's presented to you that had not been before, and it's going to really play on your emotions. I was saying, before you do whatever this thing is, especially when we're talking about unconditional love this weekend, this event, to make sure that you kind of do some research and stop procrastinating about that. Now, this is in the overarching theme is unconditional love, shadow self, that. So, and then getting that. So, really, you might even find yourself really doing some more self-introspection work, or even dealing with people in your life over the weekend, because I'm sure you're going to probably be out and about, and especially it's near New Year's, and so you're going to be in the partying scene. Like I say, a lot of options, a lot of things are going to present themselves to you this weekend. And really, you're going to be in your practical self, divine masculine. You ain't going to kind of be all the party animal or being John Belushi about this and tear up the hotel room and all that stuff. You just really feel like these opportunities. So whatever these opportunities, I'm going to find out the cards. What is that? What are the opportunities? And then you're going to really feel Eight of Fire, which is of action card, which events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Okay. That is for the divine masculine. Let me do it, because if I do, I won't know what the hell going on. So I got to go on ahead and see. Can I get a clarifier on this? What is this clear? This event that we have here that we're talking about, that's going to present like several opportunities or several options, and the event's going to move really, really, really fast. What are we talking about? I probably should have went to that one. Let's see. What event are we talking about? Clarify that for me. Okay. Okay, the feeling of orphan, being alone. So some things is going to change, especially you got this love aspect. Some things are going to change. Whoa, oh, wow, man, thank God you have clarifiers. They help to tell about everything. Okay, so for this weekend, some of you are, I don't know who this is. It's for a group of divine masculines. Things are going to kind of come together with you magically. You're going to feel like everything is Midas touch. And this Midas touch is going to help you to get some more confidence about what is going on in your life. You're going to be presented with several opportunities. I won't say options. Several opportunities that's in regards to your, say love life. Okay, I'll say love life. In regards to your love life, and these emotions that you're going on. And to me, it's saying this divine masculine, whoever you are, you got to move really, 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 really fast, because my thing is beliefs that spirit is as instant as you are. So when they see this little doorway opening, like I said, that little thing, my little skit I said about being in jail, and if these people, if the angels and the divine intervention is showing you, it look like it say it's going to present to you 7 times, because some of y'all going to be a little hard-headed when it first comes, and you're like, huh, really? No, this ain't how I'm going to get out this situation, or this is not, okay, what? Okay, yeah, second time. Okay, I'm kind of believing. This ain't. So each time it's gonna help you to become a believer until you're gonna have that 7, which means spiritually complete about what's happening in your emotions. So you really get in and say, okay, I think it's time for me to move now. So these events are gonna move really fast. Whatever's been delayed and moved out there, some kind of way, divine intervention is going to play a part. It's going to move it, and many things are going to happen all at once. So all these integral pieces is going to open up and move all at once. Okay, so now this is it. You might feel right now orphan, and you left your you might feel like you've been left out of the cold, or you might have even left your divine feminine. Every time when I see this, so you've been dealing with some things alone, even though you say, well, I'm in a relationship. Yeah, but you still had that loneliness feel, okay? Some kind of way with that, out of this chaos and conflict, I was reading, looking at my friend Sean's Exotropic Exotericus thing, where he was talking about how things of manifestation is created, and a lot of people say out of organization is chaos, and then things manifest. It's orderly and whatever it is. So anyway, I call it the Big Bang Theory. I know he's going to get on me. But my thing is, out of chaos comes order. And that's what he was saying. And so out of all this chaos or whatever it's coming from, because I know I've even experienced that even my own. Because like I had like one time, I know I was getting ready to be gifted with something. And that day was the most horrible ass day, I was going to curse, I had ever experienced in my whole life. It seemed like every damn thing was going wrong. And I got to this place, and my friend, my bestie's going, if she watches, she'll know who I'm talking to. I mean, it was snowing, it was everything. I was supposed to give a presentation. I get there, and I got to take a test, and I got to take a presentation. And I was like, oh, God. So I flipped it and say it was school for that. And so then, the professor came over and said, how you doing? They could tell all my friends was there. We was all classmates there. And I was all frustrated. And came over, the professor even asked and said, you want to take a little time. You want to, kind of was stroking and rubbing my back and said, everything's going to be okay. And I was like, no, it's like, do you need a hug? Playfully, because the professor was nice like that. And I was like, no, I don't need a hug. And so I was just really all up in my feelings that day. Lo and behold, I was going to be awarded for something in class for something, a project that I had done. But I was just all up in my feelings. Out of that chaos, I was like, this is horrible. When they presented me with the award that I had earned in the class, I mean, I was boo-hooing and crying because I had such a damn gone crappy day, that out of that chaos and conflict, something good was presented and given to me. Okay, that same thing with you, Divine Master. So some kind of way, whatever it is, you got a lot of chaos, a lot of things that's going on. But in the midst of it, you're still going to have that Midas touch. You're going to know right then and there instinctively, Divine Master, I know who I'm talking to. Guess what? The things that being presented to me and the opportunities, or I won't even say the opportunities, you maybe get, I'm picking this up, over the course of the weekend, you get 7 signs that let you know it's opening, it's time to go. So with wherever your emotions is taking you, or wherever you feel instinctively your divine feminine is going, because the doorway of opportunity is opening, because again, you got that Midas touch card that's there. Okay, and it's going to help you cross the finish line. Okay, so this is what's over right now that's going on with certain, I don't know who divine masculine this is, but they're going to get these signs and they're going to know it's time to go. Okay, because why? This is now you aiming for the soulmate. Your soulmate, I'm going to say, is calling you. Everything is aligning for you. The divine interventions, your divine work, your higher powers, those things are really have opened up a way for you to just go ahead and just walk on in this weekend. This is going to be the starting point for you. Now, how it unravels and how it does is up to you. Again, like I said in the first part that I had take there, get your mind right. Get yourself steady on this focus as far as it coming into union. But I believe right now for whoever this divine masculine is, this is, I don't want to really go on the cards and find a astrological thing, and then you might be saying, okay, well, I guess that ain't for me. You know, he's almost like romper room. Remember they used to sit there in front of the mirror as a kid, you was waiting for them to call your name, and they wouldn't call you. It'd be Susan, Ted, Brad, and you're like, they ain't gonna call no Shaquita. When they gonna call Sunshine? And you like, they ain't never gonna call them kind of names at all. What's coming through there? You know, Juanita. I say, damn, that was close. But you know, Renee. But they're not gonna call your name on there. Leslie, Tracy, any kind of thing like that. Michelle, they're gonna call Sean. They're gonna call them names. You ain't gonna get no Sunshine or no Shaniqua coming through the romper room thing. So anyway, they're calling your name. Right now, your number is up for this group of divines. So I'm not going to pull any cards. I don't want to do that because I don't want to limit anybody. I want you to, if your mindset says in my spirit, she seems like she's talking to me, guess what? I'm talking to you. You're the person that I'm talking to, like Oprah Winfrey. You get a car, you get a car. It's your time to be with your feminine. It's your time to be with your feminine. And it's your time, it's your time. And yeah, you way in the back. It's your time, you know. So that one. You over there on the phone. You up there eating that popcorn. You got chips in front of you. It's your time. You the one going for the door. You the one listening to me in your car. It's your time, divine masculine. So, you know, you the one with the earbuds listening on your iPhone. It's your time. So it's your time. You listen on your iPad or your computer. It's your time. So all of it is your time. So I'm not going to discredit and go through that and say that. Okay, so now what is the event for the divine feminine you have for this weekend, which is Night of Fire? Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. You have 2 cards of action this weekend and 1 card that has to do with which has to do with emotions. Now, the Night of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Okay, so this could be a connecting event that's happening between you and the divine masculine. You've got to also get your mind right, like I said in part 1. Really think as far as where you want to go. Get very steadfast, unmovable, unshakable. Have your feet firmly placed in the ground as far as where you want to go on this union. Are we going to run the distance, or are you saying it's deuces, I can't do no more? Okay, so you got to become that warrior again. Here again is protection. That's why I say something about you, and then I said it earlier, you're going to have to kind of protect what ground you have already built already, okay? So you got to protect that. A celebration, a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So this is the 3 of water. Some of you all now, you like me, I'm going to a celebration this weekend. And so something about you emotionally, you're going to find yourself having more fun, especially it's the weekend. You know, divine feminines, go out there, especially the weekend before New Year's Eve. Find you some kind of event to go to. You know, if you kind of by yourself, or you've been, you know, kind of this low funk that I've seen all of us have been kind of been in about the divine masculine. Go out there and go have a cocktail, or go listen to the music, go to a club, or go to some kind of event that's like the pre-New Year's Eve. There's somewhere, I think, is that in Atlanta? I mean, here, that they have, got like a pre-New Year's Eve for singles or something like that. I mean, you know, just get out there and mean. You don't have to be saying, oh, I'm looking for somebody. But just kind of test yourself, kind of get in there. I like to see those things of you being admired or looked at, and, you know, just kind of flirt a little bit or whatever like that. I'm not saying to take it any further, but if you say, no, I don't want to do that, then, you know, just kind of get out there and find some kind of party that you can kind of go to, and just meet some people and get with some other energies as well. Okay, try that on for sides. So maybe some of you are going to a graduation or a celebration, but it's this thing is you're going to go to some kind of fun event again. Now, the Three of Cups, I know, and okay, I'm not even going to, you know what, because we going New Year, I'm just like the man. I'm not even going to figure out and tell you what the Three of Cups is. You and I know what it used to be, but we're going to go by what it says there. Okay, Four of Fires. So we're going to have something to celebrate. And that is true. That's what is going to happen this weekend. Contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Okay, so this weekend, you might find yourself finishing up a project that you're doing. I told you all to kind of go out in nature, do something creative. I think I told you about 2 times this week, do some kind of creative project that had to do with artistry. That thing. So really a happy home life. So maybe also as well, something's going to happen. I'm going to take it to the twin flame thing, that you're feeling some things kind of going together, maybe in the 5D or maybe in the physical, the 3D, some things. So you're really going to take the action to protect, back to this one, which is your contentment, your peace, and your abundance. You're going to do just like what I said in part 1. You're going to claim the day as a peaceful, joyful, and loving day. That's what you're going to do. That's your assignment, Divine Feminine. Every day you're going to claim that. This is a peaceful, joyful, and loving day today. And that's it. That's all you're looking for. You're going to practice your principle of charity. That's all you're going to be expecting to happen. And that is it. And even when something else happens, go into your CBT, your cognitive behavior technique, and say, okay, why am I viewing this in a negative light? Okay, what do I need to change about that? What could I start to look at this to make me think that this is in a more positive light that's happening to me, instead of me looking at it negatively? Okay, so those are the things. That's the overarching thing. So can you explain to me what is this celebration, this sudden event that's going to happen? But I got to think it through, because time is of the essence, and it's going to bring this contentment, peace, and abundance, and a happy home life and successful completion to a project. What is that? Three chords. Is it more than 3? That's it. It says that, clarify that, because really right now it looks like to me you're just focusing on being happy. You're just really protecting yourself right now, Divine Feminine, and saying, you know, I'll be done. I'm tired of this woe is me, this depressed feeling I've been feeling all through the holidays, and I got to set the tone to make it different. And just like my little student there that said, you know what, December is the new year. So I'm going to set off with the intentions of how I want the new year to be. I don't want to start off with no damn depression and being depressed about things. I'm missing him and all that stuff, or missing she, because you know they both ways it could be, Divine Feminine can be expressed in the male feminine, and so I don't want this. I want to be happy. I want to be balanced. I want to have the key to unlock things. I want to be able to celebrate some things. So this is the overarching thing that's going on as far as this weekend, is really setting forth course with the intent of happiness. You're building blocks. You're building blocks for your firm foundation as you as the Divine Feminine into your emotions, okay? And so by you steadily saying, I'm concentrating on being happy, I'm contented no matter what happens. I'm not concentrating on my Divine Masculine. He got his thing. I'm gonna do just like she said in the video. I'm gonna let my union team, like how I was having a running joke with my friends. I say I'm like Charlie Wilson. I threw my car keys to the valet and told him to go ahead and park it. So right now we throwing all our worries over there to the union team and say this weekend I want to pass. I don't want to even deal with no worrying about what my divine masculine doing, what he doing in life, what he doing with the karmic or whatever it is. I'm gonna throw all my worries over there and say y'all just handle it. This it, and I'm gonna go ahead and go and do me this weekend. You know, maybe try that. You know, maybe I'm setting forth the intention to what you should be doing this weekend. But some of you all, that's the spirit that you have, and it's like it's a new year. I'm gonna tie me a little champagne, get a little kind of shake my little groove thing, shake my little booty, and that's it. This came, I did remember seeing it. This had you needed a leg up on things, and I'm going to say leg up. Is this all in alphabetical order? Yeah, it is. I wanted something to tell me something else might be happening with this. Don't L come from 4M? Oh, the numbers. 34. Like a duh. I'm thinking like it's the other one. Okay, let's take a relationship. Relationships, they are healthy, thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. There's a time for vulnerable to speak up about your needs. There is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind through those acts, and it is given. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optional for you. Life has a way of presenting you with perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during the next phase of your journey. I'm going to say this again. This came in reverse. It goes back to just like what I say, throw the keys to the valet. You're not relying on anybody earthly, like individuals, like people in your life in the 3D, but you are relying upon the spirit to be able to make this happen, and you throwing all these cares and worries over to them and say, now you handle it so I can get a leg up on this situation as far as on this journey. So that's what that's about there. You're getting a leg up, but you're not getting it from man, you're getting it from the spirit this weekend. That's why you got a leg up on things. That's what I was picking up. And they said spiritually you're asking for help from the outside. Yeah, it's not that way. It's not that way. So that's what's going to help make those things happen this weekend. Okay, remember this weekend edition. This is Long One. This Popcorn again. You've been having some nice features for me. Okay, so now let's look as far as clear for the divine masculine. What's happening this weekend for you as far as what is what's going on with you as far as the department of love with your divine feminine. So you tell me this came out. Okay. I'm gonna need to clarify for that one. And this one. Where's my other ones? Okay, I'll use you. And for the divine feminine. What's as far as your love life as far as with the divine masculine? What's going on with that? Clarify this one. And clarify this one. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so now unrequited love came in reverse. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. When we say, nah, that's a lie, that is not true. This came in reverse, which means the opposite when I read. So that means that you know it's a lot of attraction. It's a lot of chemistry. That came out in the last reading. This is filtering over into this one. And so right now, at this point, attachment came in reverse. So you're really, at this weekend, is at the point that you're saying, I'm not having attachment to this awareness falseness that's going on, especially if you want to practice unconditional love. You're really doing this work and getting in touch with and conquering and taming your shadow self. You're really trying to get more Christ-like on things, and you're really getting an understanding of there are things happening behind the scenes, that things are not the way they seem, okay? And so this is also acting as influencer for you to say, okay, the mask got to come off. This thing that I'm chained to, I no longer want to be attached to. Can I ask what is causing that to happen? Can you clarify this? Why are you saying now, Divine Masculine, you don't want to be attached to this thing? What's going on with that? I needed to. Okay, you came out. Yeah, no, there's something like that. Okay, healer of the ages. I want to say that you're no longer looking at things at the past to heal. You're dealing with what's happening currently in the now. I think I seen that in a video. Somebody said that the masters no longer, some of them at peace. They're not looking at what things they came doing in the past, that they're now kind of saying, you know, the past was the past. I did it. I wasn't happy. I am taking introspection about some things within me, but I'm not making myself like sit in a movie theater and keep on rolling and rolling and rolling over and over again about what I did to the divine feminine or what I did to people in general. So what I'm seeing is like right now, I'm just healing with right now, moving forward into the future, into the present. And so I'm working with some things. Again, the Jesus Christ, the Christ-like thing is coming back out again. So he's really trying to really come into his Christ-like self. Angel of Strength came in reverse. And that's Archangel RTL. Ariel. And this Ariel. RTL is another one. This came in reverse. Can you explain to me why it came in reverse, though? I'm not understanding that. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Because why don't you need strength? If you need more spirituality than strength, well, I don't know. Can you explain to me why Divine Masculine that you said it's in reverse? Regeneration. Okay, so again, when I see this regeneration thing, it's dealing with the things that I already have. So in some ways, one more just to make sure. Can you explain that one? So regenerate some things. So it's like taking things that are dying within him and making those things new, which within him. It's a lot of fated serendipity, a lot of fated events is happening. And you've seen that this weekend for you, Divine Masculine. Part of me saying they want to say it's not going to take strength or courage to do it. It's going to take really a deeping, like knowing and being that, like a real self-assurance of, it's not like a courage in doing that. It's just like a knowing. Or we could take this and say in reverse. Sometimes when they come in reverse, it's just really finding strength. Sometimes it does mean what it is in reverse. But it means it give with great emphasis on that. So it is going to take some courage. I don't feel really good about that. Anyway, it's going to take some courage for you to go ahead and be able to. Nah, it ain't that. It's just not. I'm not going to sit up there and lie and sell that. It wants to say because emotionally, you know you are divine. And when you are divine, it's not like something like you got to go get it like you, like the Wizard of Oz. I need some courage or I need some strength to gain that. It's just like, to me, it's saying you are endowed with that ability and that gift. And that's something that's really innate already there. This strength. And that's not something you need to call on upon like outside of you. You need to call upon it within yourself. That's what it's saying. That because to me, like I say, angel strength look like I'm looking like, okay, I'm gonna pray to this angel and she's gonna bring me strength to me. It's like, no, don't look for it on the outside. Ask for the strength within you. So yes, thank you. Because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna sell that. Okay. Because it's a lot of serendipitous events that are going to occur this weekend. A lot of options that's going to be thrown your way. And you got to be open and receptive to receive and see it happening. For you in love, divine feminine, you have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You're coming darn near close to getting this divinity, to this crown is about to get slapped right on top of your head. Okay. You too, you got this in reverse, thinking man. And for this required to happen, is no more thinking. You know, just like what's that? That even might even been, I guess I'm back on Last Dragon. Or even the Matrix. And when Neo was doing all that kind of stuff, and he was talking about, you know, and you've seen a lot of movies for like, even from Karate Kid, when they going off the battle, just like him, like this, got this thing, you know, when you got that staff and you doing those kind of, those kind of tricks like that, you got to kind of get to a point that when you do it, you got to do it without thinking. You flipping that thing. You can't be saying, I ain't got nothing like that, whatever. You can't sit up there and be like, okay, now right hand, left hand, 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 right hand. No, after a while, you should be spinning that thing till it's just innate. I'm just spinning. I ain't even got to think about, oh, my right hand with my left, I'm spinning this way, I want to do it like this. It just becomes innate of how I'm doing these things. And that's the same thing is that it's saying about this, with religious facts, coming to the divinity. It should come to the point that it's just natural. It's just innate. It's not something that you got to sit up there and say, okay, now I'm bringing into my divine self. Now I'm bringing in the energies. You don't have to do that. Just like when you breathe, automatically your heart knows the pump and it knows the flow of the blood into your body and all over and how to circulate it. You ain't got to tell, okay, now right valve, left valve, upper chamber, left, lower chamber. You know, you ain't got to do all that. You know, if you did, hell, I know with me, I've been to died on the spot because, hell, I've been to forgot the process. Say, which one is it? Was it the left and the right? Or was it right to the left? Which way are you going to? Which vein to what vein? That say, thank God that definitely I could do like they said to the team and throw that over. This the universe handle my body system because you know darn well I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that. So that's the same thing it is with this religion to your divinity. It's got to be natural. It's not that into spirit. It's just like you're doing it without you sitting up there really thinking about step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, so that is what's happening in your love life, which is really, in your love life, you're doing that. So you're freeing from attachments, divine masculine. You're becoming more Christ-like and healing your things from things of the past when it comes to the divine feminine. I think I got off. And then it's not going to take you any kind of courage, going back to it, about you, angel. It's like you got to go within and become this strength when it comes to this love and thinking about your divine feminine and expressing this. this chemistry and this is attraction. And you really letting go of, like I say, attachments to wrong things. Is wearing this mask, these things that are not really of your highest good. Divine feminine, when it comes to divine masculine and love, you really come into your divinity. This is going to help you to bring it in. You stop thinking about it. You start trying to make it work. You can't stop telling yourself steps of how you do it. Right hand, left hand. You know, it just becomes natural. So you're going to be working with that this weekend, especially with you having your mind kind of distracted this weekend. Things are going to kind of flow a little bit better. You know, once you're not thinking about something, things, you know, have a way of happening. He's like, I'll be damn, I was just thinking about that thing. And I said it, and then I let it go, and then the daggone thing appears. You know, that's the same thing with this. You know, it's just like, go off, get distracted, have fun. You're in that higher energy, which is going to naturally bring the divine masculine over because you're in a higher energy. That you might sit at the party, you might text you, hey, how you doing? What you doing? Like, huh? I ain't heard from you, and what's going on? You stopped talking to me 2 months ago, you know. So that because you're in that high energy, you know, you might say that to yourself. You might be saying, okay, I'm a little buzzed off the little bubbly, so you know, I play with you. Hey, how you going? How's it going? Hey, stranger, you know. So you might find yourself going back and forth and playing along with that. What else do I want to see? What is I have, what is, let's play with the cards, new cards here. What is, clear, this weekend's intent for the divine feminine? For the divine masculine. What is the intent for the divine masculine for this weekend? I know here I go with these little small cards. Divine masculine. Okay. And so bring it back again. And what is the intentions that should be set for this weekend for the divine feminine? Thank you. Okay, I see I got to handle you a little differently. Okay, for the divine masculine, your intent this weekend, it says serve. If you could run your own country, what would it be like? Interesting. You really getting my strengths here today, this weekend. So, if I would say this would be for you, your intentions this week is really seeing, if I wouldn't even say country, it would be like if I could change my environment or my world where I am. What would it be like? So, I'm saying your intentions this weekend is really, since you got this Midas touch, let's kind of ride this energy that you're having. And really take it and see about what is, what can you manifest? What can you create through this newfound, you know, synergy and energy? You got unconditional love. You seem like you tame your shadow aspect. And you're becoming more Christ-like. You're regenerating some things. So what could you... how could you change your world to make it more fitting for you, divine masculine? This is your intent. This is what you're changing about, because it seems like some good things. You got a lot of options. You got that 7 of water, which was bringing you some options and some opportunity. So, you know, start manifesting by, you know, imagining, envisioning, how would your world look? How could you even benefit by having this Midas touch? How could you even serve others in the process? Because I told you, watch it with that ego. So remember that even though you got these good things and these good vibrations happening, don't forget about what they say. Don't forget about the little people. Okay. other people. So how could you do that? How could you run the world, your country, where you are, with that? So that's be your intent. That's the intent for this weekend. For you, divine feminine, the intentions that you need to set forth this weekend is, how do you show love to others? Yours is love. Okay, and again, like I said, go about and party with other people. Get out there. You got to kind of protect. You got a protection too, so you got to kind of watch how protective you are your heart, but then also how do you share it with others as well, because you got something to celebrate. So you're celebrating something, and you're really out there communicating, getting along with other people, talking, socializing. That is really playing a part as well, because it said leg up. So it said not leg up with the other people, but just finding support with your angels. And that is too, I would say, in the worldly thing aspect, how are you showing love to the world? That means while you going out here partying and celebrating about the new year. And then also how you reflecting that and showing that to your divine masculine as well, too. But then also how you showing love as far as in the spiritual aspect, the spiritual realm of these things, because they told you to go to your divine spirit guides or your angels and whatever to help you get a leg up so you can get support. So then again, how are you showing love to others in that aspect? Are you a willing participant? Are you going along? Are you following what things are suggested and guiding you to do? That would be another thing for your intent for this weekend. What do you need to surrender? Clear. What is it for the divine masculine? And what is it? Oh, that's funny. I look, okay. And what is it for the divine feminine? Now, I'm going to use them cards that I had earlier. I don't feel like a magician. I'm going to use that to use them as clarifiers, and you're going to see why. Okay, so for the divine masculine, you have surrendered to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making the decision. Meditation may provide answers. Again, whatever it is this, I'm going back to these 7 options, these 7 opportunities. So about this new job opportunity, I'm going back to the top with the overarching events that's going to happen this weekend for you. And events is going to move real fast. I would say, take time to kind of rest, pause, hit the pause button, and really kind of think before you make the decision again. Don't base it upon, oh my God, it's Midas touch, everything turned to gold. I could make the wrong decision. It's still going to work out in my favor. Kind of, watch that. Make sure that thought that you're coming from is not from an ego standpoint. That it really finds a way of how it benefits all. Your intentions for the weekend, if you could run the country, on your own country, what would it be like? It could be also getting a lot of vacations. You could also be saying, what if you could run the country, or you could be in the relationship that you want to be with your divine feminine? How would it look like? What would you want? What would it be like? Okay, so keep that in mind as your intentions. That might help you to answer that question there too. Okay, as far as the decision. So it come from this standpoint as well. When you're saying about this one, surrender to passion is what you need to surrender. Get out of your head again, but it said no thinking. I told you just kind of do the twirling without, you going ahead and just twirl that stick for your protection without you thinking and saying, okay, right hand over left hand. Get out of your head, feel the fire in your belly, focus on the people activities that ignite your passion, and let it flow. 10 of water. Contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Okay. So, and especially this is all deep into this is really deep into your emotional body, into your emotional self, what your emotions are. So I'm going to call it like it is down at the bottom, and it all runs together. So again, they say, talking about use your head, remember to focus on people, remember your intentions for the weekend, which is how do you show love to others. Again, keep these things in mind when you're surrendering your passion. Again, as far as with the divine masculine, what that's about, as far as with your people, whoever you're going out to celebrate with, your besties, your friends, family, whatever thing, just let it ignite your passion. So, just surrender to it. Just go ahead, you feel like getting, toasty and just overindulging yourself at the party and just enjoying yourself. As they say, forget it. I done threw my keys threw my union over to the union team, told them go and handle it. I'm off for the weekend. Didn't do that. I'm going to take that for myself. I like that myself. I'm off for the weekend. Let the union team handle it. And just do that. Then, hey, do that divine feminine. That. And because you know what I'm hearing them say, you earned it. And you worked for having that little vacation time off. For that. So just go with that. And it's saying you got things to reward you. Your emotional needs are met. Again, throwing it to the union team, saying just go ahead and meet. Act as if it is so. Make yourself ready. Celebrate in the accomplishments that you had done over the year 2018. And you had trustworthy relationships. That's so funny how all this has came together. Didn't I do the universe? And let's end up with the universe. Was there anything I wanted to clarify? I got my little itty bitty cards. Okay. And let me see. Is there any overarching theme for my itty bitties? How is this going to help the union? These two aspects of feelings for the Unisouls this weekend. How's this going to help us towards union? I'm going to ask the itty bitties. Okay, what I'm going to do is stay so itty bitties. I'm going to do it like this, like this, like this. And take it from the bottom of the stack and do 5 dead ones. Okay, so this means on the part of the divine feminine, I see her really, she's got the bouquet of flowers in her hand, so she looks like to be like a person who is waiting for this serious commitment. Not waiting, but it's like, okay, I'm ready. There we go. Much better. She looks like from all these events that's going to happen this weekend, it's going to make her more ready for union this weekend. That's the intent of all these actions. We got stars here, so to me it looks like stars, things, fated events, things are going to be aligning. The stars going to align and all things are going to come together. We have the number 29, which you know is with us is the twin flame, so the 2 is unity, 9 is the ending of a cycle. Together that makes the number 11, twin flame, and then 1 together, that's like a double 1, which is again intuitiveness, awareness, double together 2, that makes unity. Okay, this 1 is a 6, so you got a 1 which is intuitive and awareness, 6 is love, put together that's number 7, that's spiritual completion. Spiritual completion by those stars coming aligned. This is the intent of why these 2 things are happening this weekend. Nest. Okay, so this look like to be okay, so we see 2 birds in the nest and they got just giving birth to something. This is going to help them to get the mother and the 2 parenting, so that'll be the divine masculine and divine feminine, to help them to give birth to this union thing. Okay, so we're kind of nesting. One of them is kind of flying off to kind of like go do the work, and one of them is really staying home and making sure and protecting. That will be the mom again. What is that will be the divine feminine rather, that is just protecting what they have given birth to. Gotcha. That's 3. Next one here, what's the intent of reason for why these energies are happening this weekend? We got I see a moon, stars aligning. I see off in the distance there's a castle. That's the way we would say that we set forth for home. So this is helping us set forth, of course, for home, getting the stars aligned, looking at things, getting rid of the illusion, seeing things for what they are, getting more in tune with our intuitiveness and our awareness. Okay, that's 4. And the 5th one here is we have, seems like it is the Bible. Interesting. Okay, so to me, that means becoming biblical and religious. That means not like religious, but really becoming habitual in the things and the thoughts of the words that we say, our actions. I'll say the words that we say, our way of communicating too as well. What we put down in writing, how we communicate our feelings, how we communicate, tell the story, our twin flame journey, like a journal of those things. That is, and this is number 32, which I'm sorry I didn't say this. 3 things align, which is your Trinity alignment and coming into unity, which is 2. 3 and 2 together means change. So with this, all these energies here is creating change, setting forth course off for home, get your intuitiveness, your awareness together, getting rid of the illusion, and letting divine intervention play a part. You're getting the stars aligned for this to happen as far as what's going on. That's why that's happening. And then again, back to this is your way of your communicating, ridding, again, the Unisoul journal, how you getting these things becoming religious, as far as how you are, your ideas becoming habitual on really thinking and setting forth course off on good thoughts, or writing down things, like I say, make the vision, make it plain. And so that's why I say when I see this Bible here, is this getting really in tune with your spirit. Another thing is come to me and saying get in tune with your spirit self, your spiritual self, your spirit body, your those things. Watching how you writing the story, because I said, this is my story, this is my song, this is my Savior all the day long. So this is my story. So we're just watching how we scripted and writing our twin flame or our unisoul journey, in our own journey as far as our story. What are we writing? Is it very religious with the same thoughts that are negative, or are we religiously thinking about how we get into union using positive thoughts? That is that. Okay, and then where's my cards for? Okay, I put it right here. All right. Okay, and what does the universe want to say? Clear to the masculine. That's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. Okay, whatever, you came out. And what is it? What the universe want to say to divine feminine? And she got a lot too. Okay. I know if they pull it out like that, I let them go on. So we're going to read on through them. So for the divine masculine, you have, I let go of the shadow of the past. Or the past by seeing someone for the first time with eyes of love. Beautiful. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. This sounds like the divine feminine, don't it? It's like, that's my card. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. For the divine feminine, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. My fearless freedom lights up the world. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need. When I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need. When it's time to forgive, and the power I need. When I am lost. And I choose love no matter what. All right, this is the ending of the reading for the weekend. This was part 2. That was nice this time. I didn't slam it all together. Part 1 is where I talk about the things that I had learned to help us, some keys and principles by said guru with him. And then also this one I talk about what's the energies of things we're doing for the weekend. Okay, this is the kind of little different reading, but this is what I was intuitively guided to do. So again, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your new power, divine masculine with the Midas touch. And also in your new opportunities. Congratulations on that. And again, I pray that you use it in the manner in which you are able to create your new world or your new country. And then I say with the divine feminine, enjoy yourself. Get turned up this weekend. I can say turn down for what? And again, throw your cares and worries about how your union is going to be onto your union team and just let them handle it from there. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.